What's going on, people? Man United 4, Istanbul 1. Good win, man. I'm pleased with that. I'm very, very pleased with that. You know what I do in my match reactions? I take the good and the bad moments and I just compartmentalize them and just dissect them for context. Some people will say it's boring. Some people say you're a killjoy. But it's just how I look at things. I never get too carried away and I never get too pissed off. So for me, we got to start with all the positives, man. The positives were that team selection. Right from the beginning, right from the jump, hour before kickoff, we see the team come out. We're all gassed. We're all gassed. Maybe barring Ricky, the whole Man United fan base was gassed. We had Van der Beek, and it was only two changes, really. It was only Van der Beek and Cavani who came into the side. But it just looked like a whole transformation because we've been crying out for Van der Beek to get starts, and we've been crying out for him to, more importantly, play alongside Bruno in some form of midfield. And we have kind of looked at exploring the Cavani situation and moving Martial out to the left, which I'm so glad Solskjaer did that. And you know what? Some of the football we played today was absolutely brilliant. I have to say that. I think Van der Beek was superb. Like, he was so sick today. And he answers the question, which a lot of people didn't really know about him. And I know it's context because of the level of opposition we played. But he does possess the ability to play as an 6, sorry. He does. He has the ability to play there. He has the ability to play alongside a deeper lying player just in front of the back four, or a box-to-box. He has that ability, and his passing was so crisp. It was so assured. When he receives the ball, I just know he's going to make the right decision. I think he only gave it away a couple of times. He was in the right position defensively, off the ball. He just made all the right decisions. And I think going forward in terms of development of our team, it really gives us food for thought. I did tweet before the game. It's the team we all want to see, but if we didn't play well because of tactical and positional or setup reasons, then it would tell us a lot about our favourite team. But I really liked that. I thought him and Fred together were really good in this game. Yes, there were a couple of times where Fred gave away the ball, but I thought he was by and large still quite good today. Bruno done what he done. What a strike. What a strike for the first goal. He only scores penalties, they say. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really do anything special, they say. Pick that one out outside the box, rock it into the roof of the net. And it set us off in good stead because even in the first 5 minutes, first couple of minutes, Marcus Rashford went on a great run from the right-hand side, beat a couple of players in and out, and nearly got a goal out of that as well. So we started in a really good manner, and I think getting the early goal, Solskjaer himself talks about how getting the early goal can change everything, and in this game it certainly did. You know, Istanbul got the first couple of goals against the first goal against us, or first couple of goals against us, and it does change the game. But I think we were really at it. The tempo in how we was playing today. Martial out on the left, I really enjoyed his performance, more so in the first half. Again, he had a mazy run. I think it was against Raphael in the first 5 to 10 minutes. Mazy run, kind of like the old vintage Martial, stopping, cutting back, chopping, and trying to provide assists. And he just looked, I'm not going to say a lot more comfortable because he's been smashing it up front, but he just showed why he can still play on the left wing. We know he can play there. And Cavani, you know what? The Cavani situation is good because, look, when he came, we can all agree it was a panic buy. Yeah, he was a free agent for about 4 or 5 months before we actually signed him. And we signed him on the day before the transfer window, or on the day of the transfer window closing. And I don't think any Man United fan can argue against the fact that it was probably a last-minute solution. But people took different things from it. But one thing I definitely did say is that, one, he's proven. 2, he knows how to play ball. And 3, he's a very clever player. And he's very tenacious. He works very hard. And in the first half, he may have not been letting off shots, but what he did do, I really liked. Just them one-touch play, the bits of one-touch play, bouncing it off players, knocking it round corners, then getting himself into the box. Just keeping it really, really simple, neat and tidy. Never tries too much, you know what I'm saying? So I really like that with him. And Marcus Rashford, I have to say, I always have a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks about Marcus Rashford playing on the right. In the times where I've seen him play on the right, or we've seen him play on the right, sometimes he's left a little bit to be desired for, to the point where we always say, nah, he's just better coming off the left. But today, you know, he won that penalty really well as well. I think he had a good game as well. Took the penalty well. He had a goal that was offside as well, just offside, yes. But the move for that was just as good as the move that where we got the penalty as well. So I liked that about our performance. I really do. So the front three, I think, was superb. Bruno was superb. Van der Beek was superb. I have to say that. Now, this is where I kind of park the positives over there and talk about not the negatives, but the things that we have to be cautious about. Because as good as we were playing and we were clinical, well, Bruno smashed it in the net. Yeah, sometimes that might not happen. Yeah, sometimes he takes that shot 10 times, he might score 4 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, he might score 40 to 50% of that type of shot in that area. Yeah, maybe 60%. But anyway, it doesn't always go in, is what I'm saying. So that's brilliant. The second goal, I don't know what the keeper's doing. Like the keeper literally had the ball in his hands almost and just dropped it, and Bruno had a tap in. The third goal, we made it. It was a great move, and it was a penalty. So, we still scored a penalty. It wasn't from open play. But what I want to say is that for how good we were, we did concede opportunities to Istanbul. Yeah, on the break, I think they caught us a couple of times, and the ones that were there for the first half. And I think there were huge gaps between our midfield and our defense at times. So I think that's food for thought, because going forward, it's not as easy as clicking your fingers and saying that is 100% the team to play against Southampton. That's 100% the team to play in the Premier League all the time. It's the team that we kind of biasly want to see, because as Man United fans, that's exciting. We want our better players on the pitch, and you want to try and add Paul Pogba in somewhere, but it just isn't all going to work all the time. But I mean, that would worry me, conceding that many opportunities in those areas. And I'm not saying they were peppering us, because they weren't. But if you look at it, there were times on the break where they got into real dangerous areas, and that was because we wasn't 100% in control of the game. Do you know what I mean? And technically, you can never be 100% in control. The opposition is always going to have maybe 1 or 2 on the break or something like that. But it was a little bit too much for my liking. It wasn't a flawless performance. So I definitely understand the concept of that. I understand that going forward, we want to see Van der Beek play. And I think Solskjaer has a selection headache, because going forward into that Southampton game, my gut or my heart wants me to just go with the same team, but my football head is saying Southampton probably going to go 4-4-2, or they might play 5 at the back. I'm not sure. But let's say traditionally 4-4-2. They're going to be very energetic. They're going to press us. We struggle with playing a press. Maguire and Lindelof there, even though Lindelof came off early. I hope he's okay. And Wan-Bissaka's okay as well. It could be a bit of an issue. That could be an issue in terms of our ball retention. But on the flip side of that, the way Donny keeps the ball and the way he picks out a pass and his positioning and the way he plays with his head actually is a positive. It really is a positive. So look, if Solskjaer does start Van der Beek, I will be optimistically happy. I will. But my football brain would be very concerned, because I'm still not quite sure with the way that we played, that's enough going forward. But I saw enough in there to maybe for Solskjaer to gamble, but I can't see Solskjaer doing it. I see Solskjaer bringing back in a Matic and Fred, or McTominay and Fred, or McTominay and Matic. I can just see that. I mean, but the front three, I think you should go with that again. I think you should go with Rashford on the right, Cavani up tops, and Martial on the left. I would like to see that. Tellez, I thought, was a bright spot. His willingness to cross from deep and consistently is really good. Is really good. I have to big him up on that. I like his delivery. I like his aggressiveness and his generic play. He usually finds the right pass. He plays short passes, crisp passes, very clean strike with the ball. And defensively, he was okay. He was okay. I can't say he's better than Luke Shaw defensively. I haven't seen him enough. I think that's too easy to say, but I do like him. I do like what he looks like he can bring to us, and I think he's gonna keep growing. So the Maguire and Lindelof situation, they were under pressure quite a bit. Maguire got himself into a pickle a couple of times. He struggled with a bit of the pace. Demba Ba caused a couple of issues again. And I get that. That's going to happen. But by and large, I just saw parts of the game where I was like, you know what? This might not be the team 100% going forward. We have to let that team build. And against Southampton, we've got to get that win. We've really got to get that win. So I won't be mad at Ollie too much if he brings back in a more stable duo in front of the back four. I won't be mad, because Southampton are a good team, very, very compact team, very energetic team, and most of all, a very confident team. They haven't lost in 7, I believe. So that's going to be a tough game. But there's a lot of positives today, man. When the substitutions were made, though, the drop-off was just... It always happens. It does always happen. And then, you know what? They scored decent free kick as well. I thought maybe De Gea, his save kind of went back into the goal, where I thought maybe he could have gone sideways, but maybe I'm being a bit too critical there. But the drop-off was there. But De Gea made a fantastic save as well early in the second half, down to his right. I think he's managed to stabilise himself and settle down and get a little bit of consistency with himself as well. So Yeah, overall, look, good performance, and good to see Daniel James get a goal as well. That goal was the best goal we scored tonight for me. I know Bruno's Thunderbolt is the pick of the bunch in terms of bang, what a goal. But in terms of the team, I like the fourth goal. I really like the fourth goal. It was Matic into, who was it? Matic into Van der Beek. Van der Beek lays it into, what's his face? Cavani. Cavani sets Van der Beek again. The ball goes out to the wing and Greenwood makes the right pass with the right weight and gives Dan James a good finish. And good for Dan James, man. He would have needed that. That's not to say he's going to start against Southampton, but he did need that. That's good for his confidence. So all in all, at least we managed to raise it after going, conceding and going to 3-1. So I like it. It puts us in a good shape in the group. It really does. We need a draw, to secure qualification. Draw against PSG or Leipzig, one of the two. And PSG at home. It's on my birthday as well, man. That's my birthday. I want to win. I think we have to go back to the 5. We played them exactly how we played in Paris. And for me, though, what I would say is that if Tuanzebe can't play, which he can't actually, you need to put in Bailly. And if Bailly can't play, you might have to slap McTominay there. We need 3 centre-halves because Luke Shaw's not going to be fit. He can't play a left centre-back. You're not going to bring Phil Jones or Rojo out the cold. You need to play 3 centre-halves there. McTominay might just have to do a job if Eric Bailly can't. I would do that. I know you lot might say it's mad, but for me, we have to play 3 centre-halves. You cannot have Lindelof and Maguire up against the pace of Di Maria, Neymar, and Mbappe. That just scares me even thinking about it. We need that protection. And plus, it worked. We got PSG's number. I think we play exactly the same way. We stifle them, their front three. They don't have much else. There wasn't a great in midfield. And at the back, I think they were poor for large parts. So we can hurt them. And I think you go with the 2 up front, and then you go with Fred and say Matic as the 2 in the base, and then Bruno. And I'd play the back 5. Tellez left wing back, Wan-Bissaka right wing back. That's what I would do. My man of the match today is Donny van der Beek. I like the fact that Bruno was consistent in his performance. I wanted him to have the hat-trick as well. That's another thing I want to say. It's not a big thing, but I would have liked him to have the hat-trick. But at least Bruno's proven that it ain't about his numbers. And all these haters who say he just scores pens and he only cares about himself and this, that, and the other. Maybe he's fed up with people saying he only takes pens and he wants to sit them down. He's like, I don't even want to score from open play today. So maybe it was that. I don't know. But yeah, my man of the match was Donny van der Beek. And we'll see if he starts against Southampton. But that is a must-win game to build our confidence and to keep trying to climb up the table and get into a decent position, guys. I am out of here. Peace.